Ancient wisdom warmly welcomes you all. In life, from a person's character, we can predict what their life will be like. An ancient book, Lu Fan Tu Huan, a Chinese classic on fate and virtue, states, all things change according to the mind, and circumstances are born from the mind. Different characters create different destinies. Your state of mind determines your life. When the mind is unstable, people are prone to making mistakes, leading to suffering. An unsettled mind gives rise to negative emotions. If you cannot control your emotions, they will consume you, bringing endless pain. Thus, emotions are a powerful temptation within you. Only by managing your emotions well can you live a fulfilling life. There was a man who, due to his lack of intelligence, lived in poverty. But one day, a heavy rain caused his house wall to collapse, and he discovered a jar of gold in the rubble. Overnight, he became wealthy. However, still lacking wisdom, he felt inferior. He decided to seek advice from a Zen master. The master said, "You have money, others have wisdom. Why not use your money to buy their wisdom?" Hearing this, the man went to the city, met a monk, and asked, "Can you sell me your wisdom?" The monk replied, "My wisdom is very expensive. One piece of advice costs 1,000 taels of silver." The man said, "As long as I can buy wisdom, I'll pay any amount." The monk then said, "When you encounter a difficulty, don't rush to act. Take 3 steps forward, then 3 steps back, and repeat this 3 times. You will find wisdom." The man was skeptical but didn't dare refuse. Seeing his doubt, the monk said, "Go home first. If you find my wisdom unworthy, you don't need to return. If it's valuable, bring the money to pay me." That night, upon returning home, he discovered in the dark that his wife was lying in bed with another man. Enraged, he grabbed a knife to kill them. Suddenly, he remembered the monk's advice. He took 3 steps forward, then 3 steps back, repeating this 3 times. The person in bed with his wife woke up and said, "Son, what are you doing in the middle of the night?" Hearing the voice, he realized it was his own mother. He thought to himself, "If not for the wisdom I bought today, I would have made a grave mistake and killed my mother." The next morning, he promptly paid the monk. In life, we often encounter unpleasant situations, conflicts at work with colleagues or clients, family troubles with spouses, children, or parents, or disputes over interests and emotions with friends. Even small things can stir our emotions. However, all emotions are temporary and will pass. Therefore, when problems arise, control your emotions. Don't be hasty, extreme, or say hurtful things. Learn to restrain yourself. Temperament directly affects each of us and accompanies us throughout life. The consequences of temperament are significant. There's a saying, the more impatient the character, the lower the wisdom. The worse the temperament, the poorer the health. The gentler the temperament, the deeper the blessings. Temperament and blessings are opposites. When one increases, the other decreases. Controlling one's temperament is true strength. Zheng Guofan, a prominent Chinese statesman and general known for his role in suppressing the Taiping Rebellion, had a bad temper in his youth. Often arguing over trivial matters, alienating others. After failing in his official career and being stripped of military power, he returned to his hometown for 3 years, continuing to vent his anger on everything around him, even scolding his brothers and servants. Finally, thanks to a close friend's advice, he began to reflect on himself, realizing that many things couldn't just be blamed on others, he needed to change himself. If someone constantly faces difficulties in life, it may be related to their quick temper. Upon returning to officialdom, Zheng Guofan changed greatly. He became gentle, humble, and understanding of others. As a result, his career gradually improved. Later, he was ennobled as a first-class marquis and served as the Governor-General of Liangjiang and Zhili, reaching the highest official rank. There's a saying, when the mind is calm, everything goes smoothly. When anger flares up, it's like a poisonous fire, harming others without benefiting oneself. All blessings lie in a good temperament. A person who can control their anger is stronger than one who captures a city. Whether one's character is soft or hard, if in moments of anger they can control themselves and think carefully, even an ordinary person can live a peaceful life, in a family. Having a spouse with a good temperament is the greatest blessing. When husband and wife are harmonious, the whole family lives happily, and everything prospers. This not only reduces conflicts but also serves as the best education for children. If the mother has a good temperament, the children will be emotionally stable. If the father has a good temperament, the children will feel secure. These subtle influences help children develop kind and balanced hearts. A good temperament is a precious asset in life. By not causing conflicts with others, your path in life naturally broadens. Later, by getting along with everyone and building good relationships, you will surely have a fulfilling life. Cultivating a good temperament is not only about understanding others but also about being tolerant of oneself. If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot master your life and will become a slave to your feelings. Bai Long Wang, a legendary figure in Thailand, once said, "Many people come to me asking if their careers are good, if their families are harmonious, how their children are, or how their love lives are. But I only ask them one question: is your temperament good?" He advised, as long as your temperament is good, everything will be good. The better the temperament, the deeper the blessings. To know if someone is lucky, just look at their temperament. If their temper flares, blessings depart. People with good temperaments are gentle and loved everywhere. Those with bad temperaments are irritable, rude, even unreasonable, making others want to avoid them. A good temperament is not only crucial for health but also the key to nurturing the soul. In life, anger and frustration are everywhere, harming both body and mind, hurting oneself and others. Learn not to get angry, use wisdom and gentleness to dissolve negative energy. Thus, life becomes brighter. With a good temperament, we learn to be grateful and appreciative, thereby having the chance to achieve happiness. There's a fable: once upon a time, there was a man who, whenever he argued and got angry, would run home and circle his house 3 times. Gradually, his land and wealth expanded. But whenever he got angry, he still kept the habit of running around his house. By old age, his estate was vast. One day, his grandson asked, "Grandpa, no one around here has more land than you. Can you tell me why, when you're angry, you run around your land 3 times?" The old man said, "When I was young, every time I got angry, I would run around my house and land 3 times. While running, I thought, my house is so small, my land so little, how can I have the time and status to be angry with others? Thinking this, my anger vanished. Instead, I devoted all my time to working hard. Now, I'm old, but I still get angry sometimes. Each time I walk around my house and land, I think, my house is so big, my land so vast, why bother with others? Once I think that, my anger disappears." There's a saying, victory comes from tolerance, defeat from anger. Only those who are content can be at peace and live serenely. Otherwise, no matter how much wealth one has, the heart struggles to find true peace and joy. Wang Yangming, a renowned Chinese philosopher, once said, "A narrow mind is the root of disaster, a broad mind is the gateway to blessings." When anger comes, blessings leave. If you want to keep blessings, first control your anger. Don't let your temperament destroy your blessings. Restraining anger is half the battle to success. A good temperament attracts wealth and welcomes blessings. Conversely, failing to manage your temperament drives away blessings and luck. Human luck is essentially a kind of energy field. When this energy field is gentle and not resentful, everyone and everything around becomes a source of help. Then, good things naturally appear. The law of attraction states, every event in life is attracted by you. A person who treats others generously and gently, like the sun, will attract good and positive things into their life. Your temperament determines how life treats you. There's a practical saying, if you're right, there's no need to be angry. If you're wrong, you have no right to be angry. In life, try to be less angry, use tolerance and understanding to resolve conflicts. You'll see things change positively. Tolerating others is actually being kind to yourself.